trade war between China and USA. The trade war between China and the United States refers to a series of escalating economic conflicts between the two largest economies in the world, primarily between 2018 and 2020, though tensions and disputes have continued beyond that period. Here's a breakdown of the key elements. Background: trade imbalance. The U.S. has run a large trade deficit with China for years, importing far more from China than it exports to it. Intellectual property, IP concerns. The U.S. has long accused China of IP theft, forced technology transfers, and unfair industrial policies. Strategic rivalry. Beyond economics, the U.S. and China are strategic competitors, vying for influence in technology, geopolitics, and global trade leadership. Key events in the trade war. 2018, tariff imposition begins. The U.S., under President Donald Trump, imposes tariffs on $34 billion of Chinese goods, citing unfair trade practices. China retaliates with equivalent tariffs on U.S. goods. Escalation through 2019. Tariffs expand to cover hundreds of billions in goods. The U.S. targets sectors like electronics, machinery, and consumer goods. China retaliates against U.S. agricultural products, e.g., soybeans, impacting American farmers. Technology sanctions. The U.S. bans companies like Huawei from accessing American technology. Tensions spill into the tech world, affecting companies like TikTok and ZTE. January 2020, Phase 1 deal. Both sides sign a partial agreement. China agrees to increase purchases of U.S. goods and services by 200 billion euros 2017 levels. The U.S. agrees to reduce some tariffs but keeps many in place. Implementation was slow, and the COVID-19 pandemic further complicated matters. Impacts. On the U.S., mixed results for manufacturers. Some benefited from protection, others hurt by higher input costs. American consumers faced higher prices on imported goods. Farmers received government subsidies to offset losses. On China, slower export growth and supply chain adjustments. Push for more self-reliance in key sectors like semiconductors. Increased trade with other partners like the EU and Belt and Road countries. Globally, disruption in global supply chains. Uncertainty for multinational businesses. Encouraged some decoupling of U.S.-China economic ties. Current situation as of 2025. While the full-blown trade war phase has cooled, tensions persist. Tariffs remain largely in place. Tech rivalry has deepened, e.g., semiconductor export bans. Both nations are pursuing de-risking or strategic decoupling in critical areas. Summary: the U.S.-EU-China trade war marks a fundamental shift in global trade dynamics, reflecting not just economic disputes but deeper strategic competition. It has altered supply chains, reshaped alliances, and influenced how nations think about globalization, security, and sovereignty in trade. Would you like an infographic, a timeline, or a deeper dive into specific sectors like tech or agriculture?